Hi, Nancy Burt-Preece here, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Here's all my contact information. Today I want to share with you a 8-card one-sheet wonder using a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I'm going to show you how to cut it, and I'm going to show you the different cards you're going to make. This was created by Sherry Roth, and she did just a fabulous job. I really appreciate her instructions. She did it with a different... what did she do it with? She did it with the berry paper, and I just wanted to do the Paradise Garden because it is on the last chance, and I really like it. So you're going to make 3 of these cards, which is a book fold. You'll make 3 of these cards, which open that way, and you'll make 1 of each of these. So let's show you how to do it. First thing we're going to do is do the cutting. So I'm having everybody come to my class with a paper trimmer. So hopefully you can see that as we go along. I'll try to catch. We're going to use the dark blade. Now, if it has a pattern, make sure the pattern is facing up the way you want to cut it. So the beautiful thing is the first thing, I'm going to have to go off like this a little bit. First thing she did is she cut it in 4-inch increments, which I like because that's what I do often with my paper, whichever way you're cutting. And so I've got 3 sheets of 4 inches. So the template, the first one we're going to do is we're going to do a 4x4. Then I'm doing the next one, which is another 4x4. Then I'm going to do 3 4x1s. So it has 4 inches left, and I'm going to go to 3. And 2, and then I'm going to do 1. So you might, oh, I did it wrong. Well, luckily you're not going to do that. 2 4x1s, and this one is supposed to be a 4x2. I thought that didn't look right. 4x2. This is just to practice, so that's okay. People that are going to cut in my class, we're going to do it together. And I'll say the instruction about 3 times so I don't goof it up. So we're going to do the second line, which is 4. Another 4. And you know what we can do to make this work? Is I can pretend that this is this line with all the 4x1s. And I'm going to do these top 2. So 4x4, I need a 4x1, another 4x1, and then I have a 4x2. So basically I started on this side, now I did the middle, and now I'm going to do the left side. 4 inches. And 4 inches. Oh, come on. And then I'm going to do a 1 and a 1 and a 2. A 1 and a 1, and that'll leave me a 2. So that's how you cut it. It is not hard to cut, especially if you look at it correctly. The top 6 are our 4x4s. You got a lot of 4x1s and 4x2s, which I like because I think it makes it easier when you're making it. So let me show you kind of what I did. I am using the Scallop Bloom Sentiments and Dies. I am using the Paradise Garden Sentiment Dies and Embossing folder. So I tried to, and I'm using various gems. I'm only using black ink except for the flower. So let me show you card, could be, I'll say it's number 1. Card number 1, I will have an embossed piece. I cut this from the Scallop Blooms dies, and I just stamped thank you, and on the inside, I kind of left it, but there are different sayings that go with that. Here is the 2-inch piece, and I just put a 1/4-inch strip here just to add a little interest. You can put gems. I'll have gems out at my class. And so this is relatively easy. I just stamped that on the inside. I stamped that in Pumpkin Pie, and the outside is Timid Tiger. This is also Timid Tiger. So there's card number 1. Card number 2. What I did is I have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of white, and I adhered the 3 strips left over, a 2-inch and 2 1-inches. And how I did it is I did like the 2-inch that way, and I did the 1 inches, let me find another 1-inch, this way. And then after I had everything adhered, I ran it through the Lazy Daisy embossing folder, which I think just made it awesome. This is from the Paradise Garden. Thinking of You is from Scallop Bloom. So once again, I'm using a lot of the same things. This die cut is from Paradise Garden. On the inside, once again, I just put this bloom. I put this on Poppy Parade because I just thought there's a lot of kind of reddish in there. So those 2 are relatively easy. Let me show you these 2. They're not very hard, but I'll just show you how to make them. The first one is the book fold. So I have everything cut out, and I even did some stamping on the inside. And I have everything cut. So what it is a 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. And this is what makes our book fold. So let me move that to the side for a second. What I'm going to do is I gave you enough of this is leftover Darling Duckling. It's probably on the last chance list right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue because this whole piece is going to be glued down. And I'm going to take my longer, you're going to have 2 pieces. One is longer than the other one. I'm going to kind of, oops, I almost did that the second time. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I have, where is my piece? I have an extra piece someplace. Well, I love it. I thought I had an extra piece. Here it is. It fell off. Before I put that down, I have to put this down on the outside or it will not work. I did that last time. Now you can sneak it in there, but it's really better to put this down first. I'm having a banner day here. So I'm going to set that. I'm trying not to push it down too much. Okay, just so it's kind of adhered. Then I'm going to come through with my longer, put that there, and get this to adhere. And I might even add a little bit more glue on top, because you can see this one doesn't want to stay. This is probably the hardest part of this card, is getting those guys to stay. Making sure it looks pretty good in the inside, on the outside, I should say. And I'm going to adhere it. Let it sit for a moment. Could you use the other side? Absolutely. I just decided to do it that way to make it a little bit interesting. Here's one of the 4x4 pieces of Designer Series paper. I really like this card how to cut these because it makes interesting cards, and I like interesting cards. I'm just going to take this other small piece, wrap it through, tie it, and pull. And you've got that. Isn't that cute? And you'll want to trim it, of course. There we go. Now what I will want to do is put the inside the outside. These are those scallop blooms. I just think they're really pretty. And I will have a whole bunch of gems for people to choose from. They can, these are, I think, are the ones on the last chance list from last year, but you can do whatever you want. And so that is how you make the book fold. And if you come to my class, you'll be making 3 of those. So you make 1 of these. Basically, you're just adhering it and running it through. You'll make 1 of these. You'll make 3 of these. The last one you're going to make is this card. And I'm using pecan pie. Basically, it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and I cut off 1 1/4 inches, and you can save that to use for something else. And I'm going to adhere the top. So it's just kind of an interesting fold, which I like. It's always fun to have an interesting fold. You can put happy birthday, which I didn't do. I'll do that right now. The happy birthday I do have. I love this happy birthday. This is from the Lily of the Valley. Everything else is from those 2 stamp sets. But I thought having a lovely day just seems like it should be a birthday. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in there like that. Then I'm going to go ahead, and you could use either side. If you wanted to do this side, you could. I just did the other side because I thought it added a little bit of interest, but you can do anything you want. And I'm going to just kind of line that up, give a little bit of an edge there. So I've got the outside of my card. I have cut this out. This is from the Paradise Garden. And I'm going to stamp wishing you a lovely day. That's why I think it's nice to have happy birthday on the inside, because it just seems cool. Now, this is the only tricky part, and you're going to make 3 of these. The only tricky part you have to do is the top is Timid Tiger. You notice how I'm taking this? Just getting the top. Then I'm going to take the bottom. Making sure I got that correctly, just there. And I'm going to stamp it. And if you don't like it, you know, the beautiful thing is you can stamp it 3 times. And cut it out. I'm not going to do that on camera because I probably restamp that. But, well, maybe not. You never know. And cut that out, pop it up, put this on, put a gem, and you've got 3 of these cards. Isn't that a fun, easy way to make 8 cards? I love that. And you've got a thank you, you've got some birthday, and you've got a thinking of you. I think those are all perfect for occasions that we always need. So I hope you try this 8-card one-sheet wonder template by Sherry Roth. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Didn't catch it that soon. My name is Nancy Burt-Preece. If you have any questions, please reach out. Have a great day.